for any person who is entering into Islam, whatever beliefs he got, he must have to leave those beliefs. If he was believing in so many gods, or in 2 gods, or in 3 gods, La ilaha, you have to negate that there is no God except one God, and that is known as Allah. And by the word ilah, as we have just explained, you admit that there is none to be worshipped except Him, except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this also we understand it from the verse of Surah Al-Dhariyat, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ مَا أُرِيدُ مِنْهُمْ مِنْ رِزْقٍ وَمَا أُرِيدُ أَنْ يُطْعِمُونَ إِنَّ اللَّهَ هُوَ الرَّزَّاقُ ذُو الْقُوَّةِ الْمَتِينَ. I have not created the jinn and the human being except to worship me. I don't want from them any sustenance, but I am the one who sustains them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that He is Razzaq. He is the one who is the sustainer and who got the power, the extreme power, the absolute power. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should be the center of our devotion, of our worship. All kinds of worship which are known in Islam, they are to be directed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. First of all, let us take the prayer. Inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alameen. My prayer, my sacrifice, my life, my death, all for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is the Rabb, who is the creator of all the worlds. Prayer itself becomes a symbol for us for devotion and the worship. All the different postures which we adopt in the prayer, like standing, like to go in ruku, to bow down, like to prostrate, sujood, all these postures of the prayer are not to be directed to anyone except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For example, when you pray and you stand like this in the prayer, this type of posture or station is not for any human being at all. You can't stand in this way in front of a king, in front of a human being. It is only when you stand on the prayer mat conversing with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you stand in this position. In the very same way, when you bow, that is only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You can't bow for a human being. That becomes shirk, associating a deity with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let alone placing your forehead on the ground, which is sujood, which is prostration, only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is how you direct all the forms of worship to Allah, which is understood from the word Allah itself. Now take other things, which are also the different types of ibadah, of worship. For example, supplication. When we say prayer, we use the 5 times prayer, we use the word prayers. But when we need to express dua, when we want to mean dua, we use the word supplication. When you want to do supplication, want to do your dua, you stretch your hand like this. You have to direct this dua to whom? To Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only. This is why in your dua you say Allahumma, Ya Rabb, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, Ya Kareem, Ya Ghafoor, Ya Razzaq, Ya Fattah, always calling the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because He is the one who can respond to you. He is the one who can meet you all your needs. He is the one who can provide you with all what you are asking. There is no one else. So why should we invoke the name of someone else in your prayer? That is very important, and we understand it from the from the uswa of the Prophet ﷺ, from the example of the Prophet ﷺ. Look, before the battle of Badr, when he was supplicating to Allah, the night preceding the battle of Badr, he was raising his hand and he was saying, "Oh Allah, help us, help these believers." And then he said, "In tahlik hadhihi al-isabatu falan tu'bada fil ardi abada." Oh Allah, if these few people, how many people were with him at that time? Only 313. If these people, they perish tomorrow in the battle, then who is going to worship you? Just think that at that time, in the whole planet, this earth, there were no other people who were invoking the name of Allah except these believers, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his followers. So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was directing towards Allah in his prayer, directing himself in his prayer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was so pleased that he recorded that thing in his Al-Quran to be read till the day of judgment. Is tastaghithuna rabbakum fastajaba lakum anni mumiddukum bi'alfin min al-malaikati murdifin. When you were asking help from your Lord, your Rabb, so he responded to you and he promised you with 1,000 angels coming one after the other, one after the other. That is how you direct your dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in the same way, asking aun, asking help, even for trivial things, you invoke the name of Allah. And that is what you repeat in your prayer by saying, Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. How many times we repeat it in the prayer? And we don't try to understand it. When we say, Iyaka na'bud, only thee we worship, wa iyaka nasta'in, and thy aid we seek, we admit that our ibadah, our worship, all of that is only for him, for Allah. And when we ask for isti'ana, for help, that is also from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And anyhow, if we ask assistance from the human beings, which is allowed, ista'inu ala hawaijikum bil kitman. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, ask assistance upon your needs with secrecy. Yes, you can ask your brother to help you. We must understand that this help which we ask from our brothers, that is the help which is associated with the means, al-asbab. And the help which we are asking from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is beyond the means, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can help us beyond the means. But as far as the human beings are concerned, yes, we are asking them through the means available to them. That are the few things which we could say about the name of Allah, Allah itself. And inshallah we are going to continue with this explanation in our following episodes. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allahur Rahmanur Rahim, الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار. الله الله الله. الله الرحمن الرحيم، الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن